The ground is supposed to be solid, you trust it with every step. You build houses, roads, and cities on it. But sometimes, without warning, the ground betrays you. The earth yawns open, and everything on top, cars, houses, even whole streets, vanishes in seconds. These are sinkholes, nature's trapdoors, and they're far more common and far deadlier than most people realize. Sinkholes happen when underground rock dissolves, usually limestone or salt. Over time, rainwater and groundwater carve hidden cavities beneath the surface. The ground above looks fine, until it isn't. One day, the roof of that cavity collapses, and the earth swallows everything unlucky enough to be standing there. It's not science fiction, it's geology with a dark sense of humor. Some sinkholes are small, swallowing a car or two. Others are monsters. In 2010, a sinkhole opened in Guatemala City, creating a perfectly round hole more than 300 feet deep. It looked like a portal to another dimension. An entire 3-story building was swallowed whole. Engineers later discovered leaking sewer pipes had contributed, but the effect was the same. The ground simply quit its job. In 2013, a man named Jeff Bush was asleep in his bedroom in Florida when a sinkhole opened beneath his house. The floor collapsed, dragging him and everything around him into the earth. Rescuers couldn't even recover his body. The hole was too unstable. It was like the planet had chosen him at random, erasing him without explanation. That's the horror of sinkholes. They don't send warnings, they just open. And Florida is ground zero. The state sits on porous limestone riddled with underground water channels. Drive through central Florida and you'll see orange groves, highways, and neighborhoods. What you don't see are the hidden cavities beneath. Every year, sinkholes open there, swallowing homes, cars, and swimming pools. Insurance companies in Florida even have special sinkhole clauses. Anywhere else, that sounds absurd. In Florida, it's Tuesday. But sinkholes aren't just an American problem. In China, giant sinkholes called tiankengs, heavenly pits, dot the landscape. Some are so large they hold entire forests inside. Explorers rappel down hundreds of feet into these secret ecosystems, finding plants and animals cut off from the outside world. They're dangerous, yes, but also otherworldly, earth-hiding gardens in its scars. In Siberia, massive craters have appeared in recent years, some exploding open with force. Scientists believe they're caused by thawing permafrost releasing methane gas. Imagine walking across frozen tundra when the ground literally blows apart beneath you. Climate change isn't just melting ice caps, it's creating new sinkholes that look like alien impacts. And then there's the Dead Sea, where thousands of sinkholes have opened along the shoreline as groundwater dissolves salt deposits. Some are so large they swallow entire roads and date palm orchards. Tourists come for the salty float, but the land around the Dead Sea is collapsing into Swiss cheese. Sinkholes don't just threaten people, they reshape landscapes. In 2014, a sinkhole opened at the National Corvette Museum in Kentucky, swallowing 8 rare sports cars. Security footage of the cars sliding into the pit went viral. Some were destroyed, others were rescued, but the sinkhole became a tourist attraction. Nothing like geology to boost ticket sales. The physics of sinkholes is simple but brutal. Imagine stacking blocks, then removing one from the bottom. At first, nothing happens, but eventually the whole structure collapses. The ground above a cavity holds until gravity wins. Then everything falls at once. It's sudden, silent, and final. For people, survival depends on luck. Most sinkholes strike without warning, but there are signs. Cracks in walls, doors that suddenly stick, dips in the ground. Scientists use radar and imaging to detect cavities underground, but predicting exactly when one will collapse is nearly impossible. It's like trying to guess which straw will break the camel's back. And sinkholes can be deadly traps during floods. Water rushes into them, creating whirlpools that suck people and animals under. In 2016, a massive sinkhole opened in Fukuoka, Japan, swallowing part of a busy street. Miraculously, no one was killed, and workers repaired it in days. But the image of an entire road dropping out of existence overnight was unforgettable. For all their terror, sinkholes also hold wonder. In China's Tiankengs, scientists have discovered new plant species. Underground rivers flow into them, creating hidden worlds. Some cultures saw sinkholes as entrances to the underworld. The Mayans believed cenotes, natural sinkholes in Mexico, were sacred, portals to the gods. They used them for offerings, sacrifices, and rituals. What modern people see as disasters, ancient people saw as holy, but the danger is real and it's growing. Urbanization makes it worse. As cities expand, we drain groundwater, pump aquifers, and build on unstable land. Pipes leak, soil erodes, and cavities collapse. Human activity speeds up a natural process, making sinkholes more common and more deadly. Still, there's something about sinkholes that fascinates us. Maybe it's the randomness. Earthquakes happen along faults, volcanoes erupt on hot spots, storms form in warm seas. But sinkholes, they can appear in your backyard, your driveway, even under your bed. They're the ultimate reminder that control is an illusion. So the next time you walk across the ground, stop and think. What's really under your feet? Rock, soil, or a hidden void waiting for the right moment to open? The earth doesn't always warn us before it pulls its trapdoors. Sometimes it just lets go. So the next time you walk across the ground, stop and think, what's really under your feet? Rock, soil, or a hidden void waiting for the right moment to open? The earth doesn't always warn us before it pulls its trapdoors. Sometimes it just lets go. If you enjoyed this journey into Earth's extremes, make sure to like this video and subscribe so you never miss the next adventure.